When I first beat the drum over here, this is the north. When I came over here and I beat the drum, this is the south. And it is the story of when the south wind and the north wind first met. They came together. When they came together and they made lightning. And out of that lightning was born the thunder beings. This whole place used to be filled with thunder beings. All over the sound, everywhere you look, up and down, up into the Salish Sea, all the way down through Puget Sound, down into the Astoria. Thunderbirds everywhere. When Thunderbirds first came into being, they were created by the lightning, by the south wind and the north wind coming together. And with that bang, the first one was born, and then many more were born after that. There was a time and a day very much like today. The thunder beams were flying around out here, and they were wanting some food, and their favorite food was the whale. There was a young Thunderbird, a very young, muscular Thunderbird, and he was flying out over the waters, and he was looking for the whales, and he saw them, and he saw the fountains coming up out of the water. He saw the fountains, and then he saw the whales were sounding, and as they were sounding, he found the biggest one. And as he flew towards it, he was going to try to prove himself to be the strongest of all thunder beings. And so he flew down onto the biggest whale, and he attached himself to the top of that whale. And after he attached himself to the top of that whale just went down under the water. It sounded underneath the water and came back up, and that thunder beam wouldn't let go. That thunder beam kept hanging on, and that whale just kept sounding and coming back up. And just before that whale was succumbed to drowning, or the Thunderbird was succumbed to drowning, there were many other Thunderbirds up in the sky. And the eldest, wisest of the Thunderbird was clashing its talons together. And every time it clashed its talons together, lightning came from it. And that thunder beam came down and attached itself to the eyes, through the eyes of that whale. And all the other thunder beings came and attached themselves to that wise old thunder being. And they all together lifted that whale up onto the beach, and they feasted. And that is the story of the south wind and the north wind first coming together. That's in this totem pole. And what it talks about, in the old days, they didn't tell you morals of the story. They had to make morals of the story. But the moral of that story is wisdom comes with age and not strength. And that the community that works together will always conquer any enemy.